Hello guys, how are you doing today? We meet here again, one show, one man, that is Benjamin Zulu, all right? And the show, The Benjamin Zulu Show. Now, you've heard Benjamin hammering campus students. Why? It is because most of them have forgotten why they are there. It is because of the pangs of poverty, and he has talked about it a lot. The financial vulnerability that is making people live in shame. Why are they living in shame? Because most of them abandoned their dreams. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, the easiest ways to live in poverty, financial doldrums, is simply coming up with decisions that do not put your dreams into perspective. Today, we are talking about why campus dating kills dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, you better call your brothers who are in campus for Benjamin.
Do you know, you summarize something that I liked. The easiest way to kill your dreams is to disregard them during major decisions.
Yes.
The easiest way to kill your dreams, to disregard them during major decisions. The easiest way to never arrive at your destination is to take turns, corners and routes without thinking about the destination.
Yes.
Just because you like the terrain, the feeling, the breeze, who you are with. Oh my God, I like this green. Let's see that. Oh my, it's a rolling land. And you are supposed to be headed to Webuye.
Yes.
Please. So let's start here. I want to tell you several ways. I have so much to say about campus dating. I want to be slicing it. Kind what people can swallow. One lady confirmed what she just came in box and said she had been dating up to the idea. One day she just woke up and broke it off. And people thought she had gone insane because she and him were the ideal couple.
Yes.
What people looked up to. They were called mom and dad. They were to advise younger couples.
Fallacies, Benjamin. These are fallacies we see on a daily basis. Mom and dad.
It is known that
Yes.
they are an item. Can you remind campus students that they left items in their mother's kitchen?
Yes.
They should not become another item in school. So when she broke off, she said, I broke off after either, is it a stroke of genius? Without her explaining to you, you might think it was Angel Gabriel. Because of how much her life changed from that moment.
Yes.
She said, I just grew restless a little bit. She had been dreaming to go and live in America or Australia or Canada. She had high dreams. The American dream. She had dreams of overseas to get money, better money, live better life and improve the living conditions of her family. That was her childhood. Oh my God. When I grow up, I'll go to America, I'll go to and then I'll buy him a beard better. You know those? Then she's here. She said, what happened? She grew restless. I hope somebody will grow restless. One time, Esau was told you shall be ruled over by your brother, Jacob. But when you grow restless, you will shake his yoke from your neck. Brothers, there are some changes you only make when you grow restless. She told the guy, we are done. What have I done? Then people come together. Please, is it a problem? Can we pray? No, I've just changed my... She's the dear. She started now applying for scholarships. Remember, she's an ordinary girl. 75% of Kenyans are not connected.
Yes.
You know, you think you are the only one who is not connected. Then we come with statistics to comfort you. Only a quarter of Kenyan, or even less, can fly their own to Australia. Can fly their own anywhere.
Yeah.
Brother. The only flight we see is flight mode on our phones.
Yes.
For most of us. This girl was very ordinary. She did not have powerful connections anywhere. But she dreams of abroad. Then, those 3 years, the remaining 2 years, she had a year to finish the 9-year internship graduation. It's like 2 years remaining. She started aggressively pursuing scholarships, going to offices, waiting a whole day, checking online, apply. She put her mind to seeking scholarships. She got it. She graduated, got the one for UK, and she flew off. She said, when I arrived there, I got a job, started studying what I came to study here for a master's, and then plus another day. I finished that, then I dated properly when I was mature. Now she tells you the story, sounds like a fairy tale because it moves very fast. It's less than 5 years. Oh, this story started less than 5 years ago. She tells you, how many years are we talking about? 4.5. Wow. She told me, my colleagues who we were with as Tutamaki. That girl illustrated in the most clear terms what I've been trying to tell my campus students. Not all of us want to go abroad, but all of us have high dreams.
Yes.
Your high dreams may not involve leaving Kenya. I told you I'm one of the fanatics. Pan-Africanist, born, blood and marrow. I know this poverty, I'm supposed to kick it out. And I'll kick it out from here.
From here, a patriot.
I'll move all over the world to see ideas, but all over, always come back. We must inject the medicine. Despite, if we have to wear masks to deal with the smell of poverty and decay, we must wear, but solve. I believe we are this. But if you think you would do better from Australia, whatever dream you're dreaming, let's just tell me about the dream. Did I tell you 90% of our campus students are dreamless?
Yeah. Yes.
They walk around like cows being fattened for slaughter. And they only think whether they are big enough now to get married.
Yes.
Many were told by their relatives that if you're going to do medicine, men don't want girls who are doing medicine. They're intimidated by doctors. So you better marry another doctor there in the university so that out here you don't come here. There are no men out here who can marry doctors. Men are intimidated by lawyers. So if you're a lawyer, you better just, because others are lawyers just like you. And those who are telling you, I've never gone to the university, they think those who are in the university are women. Those are just girls. They think university they are men. Those are just boys. They don't know themselves yet. In the university, we are all too young to know our futures. They think those are grown just because you look physically grown. The people who advise you about dating campus, don't know psychology of development, don't know future, don't know where you're going. Those who graduated ahead of you, where did they go? Did they die? Doctors are out here, lawyers are out here, learning people out here. You don't need to grab anybody before you're ready. Simply develop yourself and focus on your dreams. When you are ready, get another person who has done a similar journey. They are here. This girl landed up there, straightened her life. Then I asked her, looking back, if you had married that guy, what would have happened? The guy here. She told me, do you know I still regret the opportunities I lost in those 3 years of relationship? She got angry. You think she has already redeemed her situation? But she tells me the opportunities I missed went for good. For example, I missed the American entry exams. They were advertised somewhere, but so distracted by the relationship, where are we going to? It falls by the side. She missed opportunities. She told me, I also missed to take a minor. There's a minor she could have taken alongside. We could have opened a huge opportunity where she is now. She told me a few things that were very practical. She told me guys were changing campuses to be near their lovers.
Yeah.
Guys are forfeiting highly opportunistic, opportunity-rich internships in industries like Kitengela, but because the guy is in Kikuyu and you'd rather be close to each other because of emotional attachment, you refuse that to be close to him. She told me she saw things that left her shaking. Why was she shaking? She was aware of her dreams.
Yes.
Our students are not aware of dreams. They're not. You see, Bramwell, you refuse something when you compare it with something else. You only refuse temptation when you compare it with the larger pleasure of achieving something more satisfying, of living the life you want. The only reason you behave is when you compare what you're pursuing versus this. The reason they're tempted to I saw my brother Robert Brale struggling to put some sense into 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, yes, talking on national TV, telling, you see, in campus, it's all about good life and popularity and being, up to speed with the current trends. So I need guys of money. I can't keep asking my parents every time. So I need a guy who can, finance my hair and my sugar, and she's on national TV. Wouldn't that mother faint?
Imagine.
Seeing the idiot. It's about that. I respect my brother Robert because he's patient enough to engage in that conversation. I would have exploded. Hi, brother. No, there are levels I will never stoop low to. I'm not saying we don't teach those who are ignorant, but that is not ignorance, that's defiance. Yeah. That's madness. It's all about popularity to who? She asked them one question. You see, now you are saying you get guys who have money to finance you and you hope one day to build a mansion. Do you build a mansion? How many men will you have slept with? By the way, you gather enough money to build a mansion. Are you different from the woman in Koinange? You're just doing it in a more learned manner. I like that she engaged them and she had the patience of her father to exchange. Please, I don't have any of that patience and I don't want it. Brahman, the group I want to talk to are those who have a slight instinct to do better, to improve their lot in life. Only those who have a stirring and a yearning to go farther than Emmaus, to go to Jerusalem. Those are the only people I can converse with. If you don't have that, I'm sorry. I will happily go away. I told you I block without responding. Leave me, that guy. Get diarrhea out of my inbox. Can you imagine? And instead of asking me which career you're considering, which business you're talking about, a girl, I usually feel personally insulted that you think I can discuss that. It's like imagine a cocaine user. You asking if you have it now. Would you answer, please? I don't have today. No, simply I'm not a user. I don't use that. Tell these girls I'm not a user. Okay. Yeah. Don't belong to the club of self-ruin. It's a society of self-destruction. So our campus ruins your dreams. Number one is because it takes the center stage. The relationship takes center stage. It takes importance above the dreams. It takes importance above everything, so that you're moving, going where you can be with your lover. It dictates every decision. That's the first problem. That girl said those 3 years she missed entry exam to America. She missed highly opportunistic. She saw people relocate to new campuses. She said she's looking back, she still gets annoyed. Although herself, she took a U-turn in the middle. Our Lord told a funny story. A father was going on a journey and left his 2 sons with some assignments. He told them, please go and do this for me in the farm. The one son said, yes, I'll go. But he did not go. The other one said, yes, daddy, I'll go. Or the other one said, I will not go. They refused to, but later went. There are some people who started with madness. Later they saw bad up. So she thought the relationship would have been okay. Would have been an okay marriage. But she told me the problem with the campus dating is not always incompatibility of the partners. It's what you missed for trying to maintain this relationship. When you date at the wrong time, you have to forfeit other things that would have transformed your life to remain in that relationship. She told me I would have been there frustrated, living a sad life knowing I was capable of better. Brahman, the second opportunity is this. Hey, it's called opportunity cost. What you forego because of holding this, and at what time? The season of 18 to 24, scientifically, is the most productive in terms of establishing foundations for your life. Now, that period, you're supposed to be using every year, every moment you have to pursue. If for you it was a dream of going to the US or America or Australia, scholarships, applying here, checking here, consulting here, studying here. There's some foreign language, apply visa, check this, you have to attempt many things before you succeed. It's never open doors like this. Except when your parents are capable and they can pay everything for you, just fly and go. But I told you, for the ordinary chunk of our Kenyans, Africans, it's a fight. Do you fight when you're distracted? No. The biggest opportunity, the biggest problem in campus is not even who you're dating. It's at what time and at what cost. Please register that. The first time I told you about center stage, it becomes the most important thing. Yeah. You don't even go home to stay here with you. You don't even go to this, stay here. It's not the dream that takes center stage. Not even your development in your faith. It's not even study. When I was in campus, man, we studied the Bible over 6 times. Now I've done over 10 times. But we studied in campus. We started doing it Genesis to Revelation as a team. And we have WhatsApp groups. We are discussing every morning. Where are you now? What did you see? There's no time I was rooted like that time. And we mentored students from school to school for being free from any emotional entanglement. I had the energy, the space to use every coin I had, every time I had, to prepare for a rich future, for an intense future. The second problem is, while you're in that relationship, what is passing you by? Scholarships passing by, opportunities passing by, not digging your roots deep, passing by. passing by. The relationship could be peaceful. Brahman, you can board the wrong vehicle and the journey is safe.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true.
No accidents. That's why they tell you, I'm in a stable relationship. You could be a stable car heading the wrong
Direction.
because of the timing. They forfeit their greatness.
Yeah.
That's why 80% of previous graduates are average, mediocre, useless. They are not very different from class 8, from 4 dropouts who worked their way up. The graduates you train don't become any different.
Yeah.
They did not seize the opportunity to jump up, change the scale. They were busy sleeping together. You remember them in the campus, you could hardly sleep. Yeah. They saturated the hostel with the sexual energy. They're having sex everywhere. And the rest of us had to do everything to repel. They make it like a breeding camp. Drinking, sleeping together recklessly. Until they make it almost a culture like Sodom and Gomorrah. That's now the culture. Man, I decided. I wanted to be a global somebody. I did not have a name that time. I told you don't need to know exactly what.
Yes.
Just know it will be a big thing. All big people are intense, disciplined, self-controlled, far-seeing, deep-rooted. The Bruce Lee philosophy.
Yes.
What does Paul tell Timothy? Rooted, man. Rooted. Study. Show yourself approved. I absorbed messages. I remember I could buy all the books from one author. I exhaust them in town. YouTube has ebooks. Many people don't know.
Yes.
Listen a lot of ebooks from YouTube. I studied. I would use Wi-Fi. I would go at the hours when people are asleep because that's when it's fast. Go download. I used to have like 50 GB audios, 70 GB videos. Man, you need to have that obsession with your dream during campus if you will become anybody. I don't want everybody in campus to obey my message. We still need people to attend to us when we become great, okay? I don't expect 100% conversion.
Yes. Only what? 20.
Exactly. I only need me, Brahmins and Benjamins. That's all. That's all. I foresee that in 10 years, shows like this will be all over this country.
Yeah.
People teaching the principles that they have proven to work, to change their lot in life.
Yeah.
That girl settled, when it came time for dating, she told me, I simply hired service, I had money now. I could get life coaches and dating services. I found the best man I could ever. Now we have a happy family. She dated up there.
Yes.
Brahman, first climb, then date when you are
Level.
If you date when you are here, you have no time to climb.
Yeah.
Your hands are full with the relationship. Brother, sometimes I can't sleep, man. I toss in my bed, man. This girl simply flipped her mind and her life took a different trajectory. What opportunity are our students sleeping on? It's when you are 23 that you are light of foot. You have no family to burden you. You can move anywhere in the world. You can migrate. Right now, Brahman, I have so much going on in Kenya. I can't just migrate. Only when you are young can you change and go any direction in this world. Any. Does not have to be outside this country. He can simply be the best musician they ever saw.
Yes.
He can simply be the best auditor. He can simply be the best. That you decide that when you are free of burdens of family, don't burden yourself with any relationship. Okay? The third problem is this. You end up shaping your life to fit this person, this relationship.
Yeah.
For example, once you learn that the person doesn't like you dressing a certain way, that becomes your dressing style because that's what they like. Once you realize they are particularly insecure with you talking to girls, you stop talking to
Girls.
You shape your personality for the relationship.
Yes.
You forfeit the personal expression. The relationship takes all your free time. You can't watch games with the boys. The phone is always at hand. Teenage, premature relationships are obsessive. There's a lot of insecurity, instability, so you keep assuring, talking, chatting. Takes all your extra money. You must keep treating the girl. Takes all your extra time, your extra money. You have no time to see new people, meet new people. You must carry each other wherever you go on phone talking. It shapes you for it. Doesn't shape you for your calling, for the world, for dream. Does not expand you. It confines you. And yet they think they are dating to learn each other. You know, you get a guy, you learn each other within 3 years.
Yes.
You know each other. So that now, as you start life, you can marry because now you know each other's likes and dislikes. You cannot learn a person who has not yet become themselves, and you cannot learn a person before you become yourself. You're learning them, comparing them to what? Develop who you want to be, so that you're so clear of who you are. You don't need years after that to know what you want. You meet a person, one conversation, you know, is this or it's not. By the time people stay together 2-3 years, it's because they're also not clear of what they want, who they are. Yeah. That person ends up, not you learning them, but shaping you to what they want. Yeah. In the previous days, I have focused on the incompatibility of the partners. Today, I want to take you past, so that those who say, we started dating at 19 and we're happily married. At what cost? Had you spent that time shaping your life, what could you be today? Do you know why I believe we still get useless politicians? The useful politicians never pursued it. Yeah. Those who are called to be our leaders. That's why Brahma keep reminding our listeners that if you have a stirring and a calling to be an MP, please become MP. Become the senator. Pursue it. Pursue it. You are the one we need, Brahma. Yeah. Brahma, even if we say we don't want politics, there will always be politicians and they will always make decisions for us. Yeah. They will always take loans for the country. Yeah. I want those people who are listening to us today to become MCAs. And I'll be so happy when they say, I ran and I got it, or I ran and I did not get it. Politics is dirty. Every game is dirty in this world. You can be dirty anywhere. It's your character that safeguards you, not politics. Yes. Okay? Yeah. You can be a dirty teacher, a dirty journalist, a dirty anything. A dirty mirachiwa. A dirty church elder. Wait, don't say that. Any career, you can do it the way you want. Yes. Are we together? Yeah. Don't let anybody discourage you that you lose your faith when you become a politician. Pursue it, and you have our blessing. Yeah. Try first time, you fail or you pass. Try second time, keep trying. The guy who became president of Zambia had been trying six times. Yes. Can guys try now? I'll be very happy to hear a ridiculous young man is pursuing presidency when he has no chance, but he just wanted to announce he's around. Yes. I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy. Say, this guy is running presidency, and then people laugh at it. But those of us who know how dreams begin will be happy. Yeah. Say, that daringness is good. He has his own career elsewhere, he's still building, but I'm running for presidency. And he gets 20 votes. Yeah. Let him be persistent. Next year, you say, guys, I've been here. You keep recycling the same people. Stop. I'm here. I'm giving you an option. The votes increase. Who knows by the time the fourth time is the official opposition? Yeah. The 50th time, he has also come of age. Maybe he's 40. He's 45. He gets the presidency. He will say, I started that dream back then. That is how Obama's began. Yes. Ask our people. Another one starts an MC. Another started. Please ask them to start cooking the dream now. Forget boys, forget girls, forget emotional obsession. The last problem I want to tell you that to bring your questions that because emotions are highest and intelligence is lowest when you are 24 and below. Remember, your brain is finishing maturing at 25. Yeah. Before then is using reward system, the amygdala, the emotional reward system. When you fantasize love, it cannot measure the involvement and entertain ideas of being left. That's why whenever 21-year-old, 23-year-old tell you about relationship, they always try to force it. 95% I'm sure will get married. Relationships of under 25s are obsessive and engulfing. Yeah. They are clingy, inspired by fear of abandonment. And they fantasize the lover. They project on them all the ideas they had about love and romance. They don't see the person for who they are. They see them for who they want them to be. And they give their everything, hoping the person gives back their everything. They never pause to assess the depth of investment of the other person. Then they invest deeper, thinking it will invite deep investment.
Yes.
Because of that depth of obsession and rigidity, pickups have something they write at pickup trucks, mainstream pickup trucks, like limited slip differential. Limited slip differential is to say that that shaft that is rotating the two wheels, it's one shaft and is rotating two of them. But during corners, one wheel is going a longer distance than the other one. So if it's one shaft, a problem could occur.
Yeah.
It could either break or one tire will skid. You see the problem? During a corner, one tire going long around than short. But it was one, either it will break or there will be a skid. So because of the journeys of life where one tire is going a longer distance than the other, they made a way for there to be a slip. Slip. To compensate for differences in traveling. When you are too young, you don't know that sometimes you need to compensate for differences in traveling. To go without a phone call, without getting frantic and harassing the person. When you find the phone is off, you panic and you can't concentrate the class. You fail exams because they did not talk to you. So the girl liking his post on Instagram. The problem with premature, pre-25 relationship, they are obsessive. And they infiltrate to your DNA. You see that person as the ideal and you imagine them up there. I liked the progression you said about from, some fantasize. They then go to reality, then ideal. Others start with ideal, then the reality, then fantasy. Pre-25 are in that fantasy realm.
Yeah.
The idealism. So when a breakup happens, when they had fantasized and engulfed, if a breakup happens, they are shattered.
Yes. Yeah.
Final problem with pre-25 relationships, the breakups are shattering. That person might never recover. They'll be traumatized to a degree that they will never trust completely for many years to come. Many recover, still get relationships, but the trauma of that head over heels immersion, unmeasured. One girl was telling, there's this guy, I'm sure 95% okay. If you are so sure, why are you coming to me? If it's 95% okay. I could tell that. That's how you are obsessed.
Obsession. Yeah.
But what if it's true love? They think love is a religion. They think love is a force that will carry them. They don't know that love is not enough. You need your dreams, you need money, you need independence, you need maturity. What if it's true love? What if that is love? It's like love to them is, I don't know. The concept they have of love is so movie-like. Love just found us and carried us. What I will tell my daughter, and I have daughters now I'm instructing, is that the problem with dating at that age, you can't see. It's misty. You're too young and naive. Your brain is yet to solidify. You can't see clearly. You tend to see what is inside your head. You see it in people. And you feel gaps. And then you're seeing them in this. When the mist wears off and you're hit by the ugly reality of how human and normal and flawed and insufficient and improper for you and incompatible they are, the disappointment is immense and unbearable. Yes. Warn our daughters. Spare yourself. The worst heartbreaks are always for pre-25 dating. It's not these others. It's not these others. These others, you always know it's a possibility.
Yes.
Adults always know. I hope not, but I know it can also happen. Because they have that limited sleep differential.
Yes.
The crash is never that harsh. They actually say, you have saved me once pain. If there's a breakup, what if we had gone for 30 years? Would have wasted our life. It's possible when you're an adult grown to always to break up in an amicable way. Pre-25s don't. They lose their faith in God. They lose their track. They lose their root. They lose their concept of life. They lose. They get so veered off.
Yeah.
That's the third problem. In case of heartbreak, it's shattering. Makes them unable to experience love in an honest manner. Makes it so difficult to heal. They will heal, but the journey is long and arduous. Yes.
Wow, Benjamin, how I wish our brothers and sisters could get what you're talking about. You see, the other day we were with university students and I was sympathizing with them. When they started justifying this thing they call love, and you look at them and you wonder, honestly, these people need this kind of talk.
Exactly.
And you see, they are so convinced with this nonsense of booking early. They are so convinced, studying each other. They have forgotten to study engineering, law, medicine, journalism.
Dating university is like chasing a moving target. You are studying a moving target.
Imagine.
People there have not stabilized. They have not
Yes.
become themselves. And those who keep asking whether everybody who's past 25 is mature, that question is irrelevant.
True.
It's irrelevant. We are saying children learn how to walk at 2 years, for example.
Yeah.
Some, after 2 years, they will never walk still. They don't put the effort.
Yes.
Or they have another problem. Some can walk 2 months earlier, but the general is usually 2. The age at which you can see is determined.
Yes.
The age at you can hear, you can comprehend is determined. Every age of human abilities are determined. Don't let anybody tell you there's no formula to life. Human psychology follows patterns. We have outliers here and there. A few people who, but we generally know there's a pattern.
Yeah.
Your brain is maturing at around 25. Some will never learn to use it. They don't want the responsibility, so they will never grow. But even those who are meant to mature, who are great attitude, learning, hands-on, obedient, they can only begin to see with clarity at 25.
Yeah.
Some who reach 25 never use it. They still reach 30, 40, irresponsible, because you need emotional maturity and discipline. Some don't want discipline. So those who are disciplined and focused and hands-on with their lives, they will still need to reach 25 for their brain to develop the capacity, their personality to solidify, for them to see far what they want. What pains me most is good men, those who meant well, made the blunder of dating at that age, sunk themselves into depression, missed their dreams. Now they're struggling for simply lack of information. We teach this for those who are appointed for eternity. While Paul was preaching, not everybody responded. Those who responded, it says, as many as were appointed for eternity responded. Some people are appointed for greatness, appointed for our generation, appointed to change our era. As we speak, they will respond. They will be touched and told, this is what I need.
Yeah.
They will spare themselves. The rest will become our clients.
Thank you. It is that responsiveness that we need, Benjamin. It is that responsiveness that actually pushes somebody into their purpose.
Yes.
You see, that is it. Benjamin, I want you to talk to that girl, to that boy who actually was in this mess. They were so much enmeshed in it, as young as they are, and they broke up. They are so traumatized. And the danger of such kind of severe breakup, as you've said, Benjamin, there are certain patterns that develop. They start seeing life through those broken lenses, Benjamin.
You're right.
Is there hope for this boy, for this girl?
Let them start healing and realize they were spared disaster. What they suffered was only a bruise. They were only bruised. They were not broken. There's hope. How to do it? Start learning. Follow programs like this. See a therapist if you need to do. Educate yourself. But realize you are just snatched from what has ruined majority of Africans. They rush into love. They don't prioritize their dreams. They confuse their seasons. And just like that, the quickest way to give up your power is to forget that you have it. The biggest way to kill your dreams is to disregard them when you make the major turns of life. Not to irrigate them at the only time they could have blossomed. This is the last season. You have to set higher bar for your life. This is the last season. Later on, when you have job, family, you have a lot of negotiations to do before you make any major change. But when you are 24, 23, 21, 19 campus, you can control your emotions. Focus on Bramwell. I studied so many books because I wanted to speak with precision to the issues of life. It took me 10 years of intense immersion. I still love it, man. I feel it in my fiber. When we have shows, I hardly sleep. looking forward, man. It's just my DNA. And I want all the young people hearing me to get that thing that brings them to life. There was a lady who was called Marilyn Monroe. She gave herself that name. She had other funny names. That is the name she gave herself. Just a branding.
Never realized that.
She had no more names. Her name was just as normal as many people. At some point you brand. She realized she had a very nice voice. So she went to acting. She would entertain people. She would just come and say, thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate. And people would be hypnotized. Do you know, even today, she's regarded as an image of beauty. Her image is everywhere.
Yeah.
You'd think she's a figure of yesterday. That's a woman of like 50 years back. And she died at 36. Remember my question about Africa. Guys are making eternal legacies elsewhere in their 30s. As here, because of what we are discussing today. Delay, confusion, confused priorities. All right? Over there, they have support. Many of them, the systems, movie, whatever. That girl came from poor background, but she had high dreams. My advice today is, if you had gotten into this madness and you want to join the club of greatness, we got married ourselves. We lost nothing. We just obeyed our seasons and later we came to marry right. Marry a person who can support where we are going. Remind the girls who are dating in campus, most of the boys in the university are just like their fathers.
Yeah.
Many fathers who are simply deadbeat, absent, irresponsible. These boys, that's what they are. They're just growing into that. Now you are attached to him before you know him. Some of those girls there, Brahma, are clubbing, irresponsible. They are the snakes we were discussing. You can't know them. Develop fast until you can know what you want and who you are, and you can see women with precision. Now, pick the one who matches who you are at that time and settle with that one.
All right, guys, there you have it. The passion, I'm sure you felt it. The energy, it is above the roof. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes it is not the thing that you do. Sometimes it is the thing that you don't do that saves you. Thank you for watching the Benjamin Zulu Show. Till next time.